All right, welcome back to the Run.down post-game show here on the Strickland YouTube channel. If you're listening to this today after the Strickland Podcast Network, I'm Sam. I'm joined by Tyrese and Schwinn. Knicks win 145 to 101 over the Toronto Raptors, or whatever's left of the Toronto Raptors at this point in the season. Shout out to Deuce McBride. Another career night, 29 points and 9 threes, almost going for Dante's 3-point record right there. The game right after. So much other good stuff to talk about in this game, including the return of one Mitchell Robinson from injury. We'll get into all that, of course. But before we get into that, the tournament is here. BetOnline is your bracket headquarters for this season with the best bracket contest out there, and odds and lines and info on every game and every round right up to the national championship. You can access the most up-to-the-minute wagering information anytime from your desktop or your mobile devices, and even track your bracket real-time all the way through the tournament. Head to the BetOnline app today and get in on all the action. Remember to use promo code BLEAV, that's BLEAV, for your 50% welcome bonus on your first deposit. BetOnline, the game starts here, and we also have a great new sponsor. Pull this up. Here we go. I love betting with my friends and betting with them on anything, sports, games, and who's fast. That's what Cut allows me to do. The Cut app is a peer-to-peer social betting platform that's legal in 40-plus states. Cut has customizable odds, tracking capabilities, and an entire social network with group chats, user profiles, and rewards. All payments, no need for Venmo. Use our promo code BLEAVENICS for a 10% welcome deposit bonus. Don't forget to use that. Don't forget that promo code. Cut, put your money where your mouth is. My eyes are like killing me because of my allergy, so like I froze there for a minute. But yeah, I mean, great game from the Knicks today. Beating a team by 44 points is always fun, and it's always fun to get the minutes of one Shake Milton and Daquan Jeffries to end the game. So that's how you know it was a good game. But shout out to Mitchell Robinson. He came back today. I think that's where we probably should start, right? Sure. Mitchell Robinson coming back. He missed 50 games due to the ankle surgery, and he made it back before OG and Julius. So shout out to him, I guess. And yeah, I mean he only played 12 minutes, 12 and a half minutes. Great to see him out there. Had 8 points, 2 rebounds. You saw his impact immediately on the glass defensively. Only got 2 rebounds, but 1 offensive rebound, his specialty right there. And got 2 blocks in only 12 and a half minutes. So, it was just great to see him, get these reps. It's good to see him ramp up before playoff time. And, it's going to be interesting to see if the Knicks continue to use him off the bench, if they use him as a starter, if they decide to, mismatch depending on like who's doing well, whatnot. But yeah, I mean, you guys' thoughts on Mitchell Robinson's re-debut?
That was a really good segue, Sam. Good job.
Yeah, I mean, he was solid. Like
the segue or Mitch?
Both. That was a good segue. I'll give him credit. This is his flu game, so I'm gonna let him rock.
Bro, I'm like half pale.
Damn.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's just your lighting, bro.
No.
Sam's saying he's light skinned now.
No. I'm on the verge of like
Samante DiVincenzo. Okay. All right, let's get serious. No, I thought Mitch looked solid. I think everybody would agree Mitch looked solid, unless you're Fred Kath and didn't watch the game.
Did he say something?
That was a weird ass tweet that he put out earlier, but at least it was the chatterbait. Yeah, but yeah, I think he looked good. He definitely looked like he needed to get his legs underneath him. Like you saw him visibly huffing and puffing, especially during that first stint in the first half. But I mean, he did what Mitch does. He blocked shots. He finished around the rim. He fumbled some passes out of the pick and roll. But I think the immediate opinion should be that him and Brunson need to play as many minutes as they can away from each other. I would put Brunson minutes with Hart, with iHeart as much as possible. I think Mitch helps someone like Bogey more to like cover up for him defensively. I mean, you saw it. Mitch came in the lineup and Bogey had like his best game in a month. So I think there's something there in terms of like giving him offensive rebounds and giving him opportunities to shoot off of Mitch Robinson offensive rebounds. So maybe there's something there. Otherwise, I mean, he looked good. Definitely need to get his conditioning together, but he looked fine.
Yeah. I like he looked the main thing was just how he was moving. He moved fine. Obviously, he's got to get his conditioning up. Like the only thing I can say, like I can't even say much about how he or anybody really played other than like Deuce McBride shot well because like honestly, I thought the Knicks didn't try. Like they were not serious defensively for about the entire basically the
And they
entire
didn't
game.
need to.
Yeah, they didn't need to. They were just it was a not serious game. But Mitch looked good in terms of just like how he was moving. He had that big block in the first half where he like recovered. I think Deuce kind of fucked up a back cut, and Mitch just fucking. I mean, he just came out of nowhere, swatted that shit. And that's the stuff you want to see. But like, you know, as far as how well he played, I don't know. He looked fine, and that's really the biggest key. He's gonna have obviously bigger challenges than whatever the fuck this Raptors team was. But you got to say like most backup units, even if they're at a full strength team, they're just not going to be good centers. And Mitch should have an advantage, like a major advantage there. And like, you know, as far as is he going to help Bogdanovich or whatever, maybe, I don't know. Again, like the Raptors sucked. It's nice to see Bogdanovich hit shots. And actually, like, I think all of his threes, I want to say, were like he just caught and shot. He didn't do like his catch.
Simple stuff.
No pump fake, dribble, sidestep. He just kept it pretty simple. I think he's like actually looked more comfortable the last couple of games. Granted, again, the opposition hasn't been good. But yeah, Mitch looked really good and he looked active. He looked like he was moving well. The big thing I remember when he came back to start his fourth season in 2021-22, obviously he was off his feet that entire summer because he had that foot issue. He came back, he was like noticeably just gigantic. And he had to like play the weight off. Yeah, he had to play the weight off. And today, I mean, he looked like he looked when he got hurt. So successfully kept out the weight gain, which I think is massive for him. And yeah, I mean, the rest of it, there. I mean, the thing is like these numbers don't even necessarily do him justice. It says only he got one offensive rebound. I think he got fouled on 3. So like
he was definitely more active on the glass.
Yeah, that doesn't capture how again dominant he immediately looked on the offensive glass, and you know everything else like the finishing around the rim and all that stuff. It's some of it was a little kind of like still getting his legs under him. You know, he wasn't ready for some passes, but he looked good. He looked active, and he looked in shape. So that's really and then obviously he got through the minutes, right? That's got through the minutes, no issues. So, hey man, look, you have a night where you put up 145, you win by 44 points, and Isaiah Hartenstein only has to play 19 minutes. Jalen Brunson has to play 29 minutes, and Mitchell Robinson plays 12, and you get to run Precious out there for 27. He puts up 19, 12, 3, 1 steal, 2 blocks. Yeah, I'll take
Precious put up that much?
Yeah.
He called out. Yeah, he fucking yammed it on whoever that poor soul was. The other
Bro, that was so filthy. He cocked it back and he jumped from like halfway from the free throw line. He had
no emotion either. He was just like, oh yeah,
cool. I do this regular. Yeah. And then Jericho says missed an alley hoop and it looked like his fucking dunk contest from last year.
It's good that you found a way to slander Jericho Sims tonight.
I will find a way to slander somebody. God damn it! Don't doubt my hatering.
But yeah, he was. I mean, like the Knicks center rotation again, outside of star, like having a star center, there's just not a better one in the entire NBA right now. Just like I don't really even think that's like debatable or close.
Don't let Mavericks fans hear that because they think that fucking Daniel Gafford and Derek Lively is somehow going to move people, and it does not.
Yeah, I mean, look, they look better with those guys just because they're actually tall human beings,
and not Dwight Powell.
Yeah, like not Dwight Powell.
7 masquerading as a big man.
Yeah, not Dwight Powell is a big improvement for them. But yeah, look, I don't think it's really that close. You got 2 elite rim protectors. You know, Isaiah Hartenstein, who gives you something offensively. Mitch doesn't. Mitch who, as good as Isaiah Hartenstein is on the offensive glass, Mitch is a better offensive rebounder for sure. They just both have such interesting strengths while giving you a consistent identity defensively. And then you would throw Precious in the mix, who, like, again, I'll say it, like, it right now, especially without Randall, I don't think Precious is as effective or valuable as he can be at times as a 5 next to Randall and OG. But hopefully we get those guys back, obviously, and then you can move Precious to being more of a situational guy. And I mean, that's fucking crazy.
OG's a mythological figure.
He is. And when that fucking monster comes back, we'll be good to go.
If he does, Mr. Paper Mache Elbows.
Calling another grown man a monster is nuts, by the way.
How was that nuts? You probably said that about Mitch like 7,000 times.
I said that about Julius Randle 7,000 times.
All right. Moving on.
I also forgot to mention, of course, because of all the machinations across the league, the Knicks are now in possession of the 3rd seed. Shout out to the Charlotte Hornets who beat the Cavs.
Shout out to the Bulls.
Shout out to the Bulls who, they beat the Pacers?
They're up 27 with 120.
Jesus.
Tyrese Halliburton's hamstring. Has somebody thought about Tyrese Halliburton's hamstring? He can't play the game of basketball.
So assuming, I mean, obviously that's going to hold, but the Knicks are now going to be up 1 game in the loss column on the Cavs, 2 on the Magic, 4 on the Pacers, which is effectively 5. They're effectively 2 up on the Cavs because they won that season series too. And they're going to be up. They're up 5 effectively on Miami because of the season series victory. And they're up 6 effectively on the Philadelphia 76ers because, or 7, on the Philadelphia 76ers because of the season series victory. The Knicks are very, very close basically to clinching an automatic playoff for it. They're more or less like, I don't know, call it 3 wins. Yeah. So they're in a great spot right now.
And shout out to the Lakers last night for making things a little bit easier for us to catch up to the Bucks because the Bucks suck in crunch time.
There's a chance they end up with 2. It wouldn't shock me if they end up with 2. Like they have to make up another game, but like there's some real legs there to end up at 2.
I'm with it.
Tag, what are you changing your name to Deuce for 3? Because if you don't do it, I will.
Why would he care if you do it?
I'm just saying. I'm giving him the branding opportunity. Bro.
You're not famous like Tag.
And I don't get. I just get retweets from my dumbass tweets.
You don't get play at the club like Tag does.
Whoa! I get Tag side host.
Yo, that Kelly Oubre video is hilarious. He is my mood every time these refs fuck some shit up, man.
So in case nobody's seen it, Kelly Oubre walked up to every ref at the end of the game.
You a bitch. That is absolutely gold.
Wild.
Bro, the fine that he's about to get, but it's like so worth it if you get to do that. Like
he's
fine
is
so worth it.
For that, right? You probably get a suspension for that.
Probably, but it's so worth it just for the video itself.
Yeah, I mean, if you're stuck on, I mean, they're stuck in the play. They're basically
they're playing
in the plan. Here. So for them, it doesn't matter. Hopefully, the Bulls don't catch them. That would be horrible.
What's the plan for the East? It's like what, Miami?
It depends because I thought they might be dead in the water, but huge victory for the Nets tonight, really solidifying their spot in the 11th seed. But no, the plan should be Miami, Philly, Chicago, Atlanta. Obviously, Miami still has a chance. They still play Indiana head to head, and they're Miami. So
they sacrificed Tyler Hero. So
yeah. Although he did tweet Cap today. I don't know if you guys saw that.
I don't. Why does Tyler Hero think he's?
Because you gassed him up for like 3 years.
Okay, but he was still better than RJ Barrett. I don't think we need to lie about that anymore. We can be impartial.
No, we don't need to be impartial. We can still make fun of you, just like we all make fun of each other.
Okay.
Oh man. All right. So, yeah. Olynyk believed in oregano. Well, shout out to not even shout out. I mean, like Olynyk literally tried to kill his teammate today with that pass.
He also tried to kill like Hart at one point. Where he just like ran into him. I was just like, dude, get this fucking guy out of here, man. Isn't he the guy that like ripped Kevin Love's arm out of its socket that one year?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm so
And
happy.
Cavs fans wanted to murder him.
I'm so happy we're done playing the Raptors just because he's on the Raptors now. So, yeah, good job. Got the sweep against them. When's the last time we swept the Raptors?
13 years ago.
Yeah, that's fucking crazy.
13 years ago. That's so insane. That even in our best years, like even in the best mellow years, we still couldn't sweep the Raptors.
Yeah, well, you know what they say about those mellow years.
The team was lovable and honorable.
Decorum.
They had decorum.
They had decorum. There were some very honorable DEIs.
Hey, I might not have. It might have sucked to. They might have lost, but they were lovable.
I mean, like
they had honor, they had decorum. They
Our
weren't
team
arrogant.
is just taking on Tibbs, the mold of Tibbs, just crazy about winning. Very unfortunate.
Assholes.
The funny thing about that is like they're acting like they didn't wear all black to that game 4 in Boston.
I mean,
like,
it's also stupid because it's like, dude, do you know that like NBA teams, NBA players are just arrogant? Like that's like how it works.
Dude, Jalen Brunson is blowing
to be a good
Jalen
player.
Brunson blows kisses every 3 now. Like it's hilarious.
Jalen Brunson also like don't let his fucking nice, press conferences and post game interviews fool you.
He's a
like,
shit talker.
Multiple guys have said this, that he just talks shit all the time. So like it's fine. It's part of the game. All right. Chris Bernard said Mitch is actively drawing the ball to the basket. We're in the end times now. Call your families. In Sam's case, plays one bet that has a 0.1% chance to hit.
I do that like every day. Like that's like
we know.
Yeah, we know.
We know.
We seen your Insta stories, bro. You be outside and you have money. We get it.
All right.
You can't even deny it.
I am a common folk like everyone else. Okay.
Common folk to be shopping at Louis Vuitton.
I don't shop at Louis Vuitton. I don't know what you're talking about, man. Anyways, let's talk more basketball. Larry Israel, it's sort of like saying all centers are big, and then you see Mitch on the court versus our other bigs. Yeah, I mean, Mitch is like physically, like I remember there was a point where he was like rail thin, and like now he's like physically imposing against like other teams, and it's pretty remarkable.
Do you think that Jalen McDaniels wore a diaper so that he wouldn't poop his pants when he went up against Mitch? That was ridiculous to watch. He tried to take him off the bounce like 3 times.
It reminds me of when we tried to go up on Porzingis in that season opener. It was just like, what are you doing?
Let's not say us, okay? Let's specify there were a couple of players who were guilty. One still on the roster. Another who was not playing tonight, but was on the Raptors bench. We're not going to name names. Let's move on.
RJ
and Randall. That's it.
The worst part was just Randall. It was like, dude, like your first game off of ankle surgery, and you're just gonna go at the 7'3" white dude. Like, come on now.
I actually would. I was thinking
to make a racial statement.
It's so funny this came up today because I was actually thinking about this today, and I was like, he must have just been like he probably just didn't realize he couldn't do that yet. So like he had to like do it, and he had to do it like 15 times, and he was like, oh shit, all right,
I can't.
Let me get this. Yeah, let me do it. Like let me wait like 2 weeks. Let me play the worst 8 games anybody's ever seen, and then I'll be good again.
Ace Bouchard could. No, I don't shop for anybody at Louis Vuitton. I can't afford Louis Vuitton. What's wrong with you people?
Capper,
bruh. Oh my gosh, I'm not even, I live on a teacher's salary. I cannot afford that.
Yeah, you parlay your teacher's salary into like a fucking Wall Street CEO's salary.
Bro, when's the last time y'all seen me hit for like something crazy?
It's gonna happen now in like 2 days. You're gonna hit like 3 in a row for sure. Ace Bouchard said Schwinn did an amazing job reverse jinxing the Magic. Yeah, I did. Their schedule is like not been very. It's not that imposing to finish the season, and they got really lucky tonight. Like fucking Draymond, I don't know what the hell was wrong with him. He got ejected.
Everything.
He got
Dante
ejected.
Porter.
What was that? Like the first 4 or 5 minutes of the game?
No, it was less than that. It was like.
Was it less?
I was watching the first 3 minutes of the game
because
and
I was watching
with
it.
the refs.
So I was watching it, and like they went before they went to timeout. You could see the ref finally give him a technical, and then like when they're going to the timeout, they put up the score and they zoom out and they show the stadium or whatever. And then I don't know why I was like, oh, let me just check the box score real quick, and I checked the box score and it's like, oh, Draymond Green second technical. I'm like, wait, what the fuck? Did this idiot just get tossed from the game? And then you had like Steph crying on the floor, like right after he gets the second tag. But dude, they gutted that out. Second that's a hell of a back to back for them, Miami and Orlando. And Steph, I don't know if you guys saw, I did the full court night.
Yeah, I saw.
He kicked the chair afterward.
I mean, I'm sure because I don't. Did you guys watch any of that game? Because I was like flipping to that between the commercials of the Knicks game, and like every time I would go to that, I swear it was like Jalen Suggs just fucking dry humping it. That's it. That was like the entire game, and he drained that shit in his face, and he was just like, "Fuck you, I'm out of here, bro." Plus, you know that all those racist ass MAGA white people in the Orlando crowd were saying shit to Steph because they don't know yet that he's one of them. He's like, I don't even want poor people to live here, bro.
Exactly. I hate affordable housing too.
What your guys?
Look at this cartoon I made, making discriminatory jokes versus black people. Bruh, Steph is going to hell for making that cartoon. Good times. Okay, man. Sure.
Oh yeah, this is pretty cool. This is from Jordan Bubb. The Knicks in March 2024 are first in points per game, first in appointed 3-point percentage, first in appointed field goal percentage, first in defensive rating, fourth in point differential. Yeah, I mean the Knicks are it's really since they went to this 4-guard lineup effectively, they've been back to just being fucking awesome. And even the game they lost against Denver, like they were at least in the mix, So shout out to Tibbs too. I mean, I know people will be like, "Oh, it's the obvious move to make the entire time," but like, Deuce was not playing the way he was, So I think he had to see Deuce play for a little while at a certain level. Now that he's seen it, and once he saw it, he made the change. So credit to him. He's pushing the right buttons. And honestly, I love the way he's managing this 3-center thing because it's like he's managing Hartenstein's minutes. It's going to be good to build Mitch's, his ramp him up. And then also like you're keeping Precious kind of fresh and part of the active rotation too. So he's still in the mix. So, I mean, again, I think this is Tibbs' best coaching job. So.
Yeah, I think he's had a good pulse in the team, especially since the injuries have been out. Him utilizing Precious because I think it's likely that Precious isn't really part of the postseason rotation. Him finding like little grooves for Boyan to try to get his offense off. Him managing Brunson's minutes as well. Brunson hasn't played like an enormous workload, especially in these blowouts. I think even Josh Hart got rest today, which is like good for him. So yeah, just like really good all around from Tommy Tibbs.
Josh Hart played 34 minutes tonight, which is
oh my god,
that qualifies as like a
that's a rest day.
Yeah, rest day for Josh Hart. But to be fair, like dude, Josh Hart was chilling so hard for the first 2.5 quarters. He was just fucking out there chilling.
Bro, he might even know who half the guys on the opposite side of the court were. Like
him and DiVincenzo and Deuce probably played their worst defensive game in like fucking 4 weeks. And it didn't matter. So shout out to them. Shout out to them for knowing when to take a rest. And Deuce made up for it. Deuce was like, all right, I'm not going to do anything on defense, but I will make every three. I mean, look, we haven't even talked about this. Can we talk about this? Deuce fucking tying the record for most threes in a quarter by Knicks, 6 in the first quarter. Then he hits, he ended up with 9. He hit 3 in the second half.
Shout out to him. He respects plays, man.
I still am not sure about if he has a plan once he gets inside the arc. He had that weird ass fucking scoop shot floater thing that he tried. That I don't know. I think Mitch got the offensive rebound and put it back. But like his 3-point shooting right now, I mean, if you're not closing out to him and you're playing, if you're
and even if you are,
yeah.
Like his first 3 of the game was a contested 3 in like whoever's face. I think it was like Gary Trent Jr. or whatever it was.
Yep. Even the first 3 he made in the second half was like he barely had any airspace. It was just an immediate catch and shoot. He didn't even look where the defender was. But like, the Knicks basically have 2 of these type of shooters now, right? With him and DiVincenzo, that's in the same starting lineup with Brunson. They're dangerous, man. They're really dangerous. If you don't close out to them and make them put on the deck, they're gonna make you pay. And yeah, I mean, I don't really know what else there is to say about Deuce. It's kind of like crazy to see how it's like every time you're like, oh well, a couple games he's not shot the ball well. All right, it's probably coming back down to earth. And he's just like, all right, I'm gonna go 9 of 14 from 3 tonight. Like, wait, what? What did you do tonight? Why you hit 6 threes in the quarter tonight? He was huge.
Really?
I mean, because if you want to be real about it, like the Knicks did not start the game off with any type of defensive intensity. So the fact that they were just on fire and he specifically was on fire still helped them build up a cushion. And what I mean, the lead, I don't think after the first half got below 17. So, I mean, this was a cakewalk.
Yeah.
This like David Goodman just said this. They went by over 40, and I don't think we really played that well in defense for 2.5 quarters. Yeah, I agree.
If they actually played defense and held teams under 100 the way we're used to, it could have been even better. But apparently they weren't serious enough, and they scored 1-on-1. So, bad day for us under 100 enthusiasts.
Can I say the funniest part of this game, and it's like I actually love it and I appreciate it, was the timeout that Tibbs took in the fourth quarter. They cut the lead from 36 to 30, and he was like, enough of this shit. Just the whole time, he was so mad. He was so mad about that. But I mean, look, they take on, like, it obviously matters. Like, all that stuff is like the small marginal gains that like drive home shit. And it's like, there's a different, like, that's the difference between being upset and like caring so much about every second and every margin possible versus like the fucking Fizdale meme where we're getting our shit kicked in and he's fucking giggling. He's like walking onto the court ready to.
He's thinking about the next Martin Luther King Jr. speech he's going to show the guys in practice room next day.
That is nuts.
Bro, when Alfred Payton said that he was showing them MLK Jr. speeches, I lost it, dog. Like, when we get smoked by 30, what do you think MLK is going to do for us?
I had a dream we got smoked by 29.
Yeah, right. Like, bro, what are you talking? Why are we listening to Martin Luther King Jr. speeches right now? But I mean, look, this is where like LeBron gets it from, right? What's your favorite thing about the next biography? Just all of it, just all of his lessons, everything he said. I really like the part where he said that it doesn't matter if you don't have a bag.
Oh my gosh, bruh. The fact that Fizdale's still employed by NBA teams after that shit, man, is truly amazing.
I think he's with the Suns now, isn't he?
Yeah, which
says a lot.
Says a lot. The Suns having David Fizdale and Isaiah Thomas is so fitting for that franchise.
Bruh.
That's why they're in the pits.
They in hell. They are in hell. It's not my team.
They deserve it.
John Laird team trolled on defense the first half and still won by 44.
I mean that's what happens when you play these teams that are just not serious. What'd you call it? We play the Spurs next. That game might be a little bit more challenging.
Yeah, I mean, I just hope they give me a good game.
Oh, yeah, you're paying money to see it, right?
Too much money to see it, bro. I have the tickets went up in price, and I'm paying for one less ticket than I did last year. It's insane. Wemby is a financial criminal.
Well, as long as he wants to be a financial criminal and bet on those unders next game, I'll be happy.
I need him to pull a Jonte Porter. I don't think we talked about that yet, have we?
No.
We talked about very briefly last one.
Jonte Porter is insane.
Bro, and he made it so obvious too. That was the worst part.
Tyrese, do you think Sam was in that Discord?
Yes.
I'm not.
I'm shocked you didn't cash out on Jonte Porter under. I feel like that's something.
Bro, why the fuck am I betting on Jonte Porter? Like, I'm a degenerate, but I'm not that bad. I'm not touching Jonte Porter props.
Did you take Delano Banton overs today?
No.
Okay, this is the same
would've
guy
cashed. You did
you
that.
bet on March Madness.
Normal
Yeah,
people
who
bet on
doesn't?
March Madness.
Who
No,
doesn't?
you're- dude, amateur basketball is like the worst thing to bet on.
Okay, that I'm not. That's why I don't bet anymore. But like, that's like one of the most. That's like probably one of the most bet on things.
Yeah,
The year calendar. Get
that's
the fuck
like
out.
not even equivalent to Jonte Porter props, which I didn't touch.
Lyrese.
All right.
Common Lyrese. Jordan Bubb. 1994-1995, John Starks makes 5 plus threes in 18 games. Sets New York Knicks franchise record. 2023-24, Dante DiVincenzo hits 5 plus threes in 19 games. Sets new franchise record for the New York Knicks. That's wild that John Starks did that shit in the fucking Middle
90s.
Ages.
Weren't you born?
Dark ages of
That-
basketball.
Yes, I was born then, and that's why I know that's crazy for him to have achieved that then. But yeah, no, look, DiVincenzo again, like it's like every time it's like you get bored of saying it, not really, but it's just ridiculous for the contract we got him, the production we're getting, and I mean, what he's 26, so it's like this is not like we just randomly. This is not like the Reggie Bullock last hurrah 2020-2021 season. This is like we actually are getting probably a player who's gonna be somewhat relatively stable at this level for the next 3 or 4
And the
years.
best thing about it too is like someone like what you talk about Reggie Bullock. Like Reggie Bullock was just like a simple like catch and shoot kind of shooter, but like Dante DiVincenzo provides so much more offensively. Just like not even just catch and shoot, but like the types of catch and shoot threes that he can hit, like heavily contested ones. Like when he's really going, he'll hit like step backs and stuff like that, and then he'll get to the rim, and he's like a pretty good finisher now at the rim now too. So like it's definitely like the farthest thing away from Reggie Bullock. Oh man, the Reggie Bullock days. Remember when he traveled on the fast break?
Oh my god,
Oh my god.
that was like the exact moment when I was like,
Then
all right,
everyone was like, "All right, time for you
Enough.
to go." Like you cannot be our starting shooting guard or
got
starting wing next
you
year.
got put in a cell by fucking
Trae Young.
Trae Young for a series, bro. Enough. Get out of here. Shout out to him. I saw him play a couple minutes tonight, so good for Reggie.
Yeah, still getting NBA minutes.
Houston, they're up right now, 3 points on OKC.
I'm surprised. No, hasn't Shea been hurt like the last couple of games or whatever?
He
He's out
played
tonight.
last game. He's not. He's out tonight. Fucking scumbag. Turn over
Okay.
my fantasy championship.
He's trying to get Houston into the play-in.
Yeah, might. They might. They don't have a tiebreaker over Golden State, do they?
I don't
I
know.
don't
They
think
might,
so.
depending. I mean, the way Golden State's been playing this year, they just might.
Can I just? It's so funny how how boring the Eastern Conference playoff race has become compared to the West.
Yeah, I mean, the East has a bunch of dog shit teams at the bottom. The West is a bunch of
Except for
teams.
Charlotte Hornets.
Yeah, shout out to Charlotte tonight. They get a pass for not being dog shit.
Bro, Grant Williams is continuing to crush it. He had 16 points and 6 of 8 from the field tonight. 7 rebounds, 5 assists, 1 steal, 1 block. Grant Williams.
His stat lines since he's been in Charlotte have made no sense.
Brandon Miller, man, he's a fucking player. He's 31 points tonight, 19 shots.
Hit the dagger to seal the win.
Good for him. Good for him, man. Fucking a lot of people were shitting on him before he even got a chance to play a game.
A
So
lot of people thought
not
that they
Tyrese
should
though.
have picked-
Not my guy
a lot-
Tyrese.
A lot of people thought they should have picked Scoot Henderson.
Oh my god. I'm still flabbergasted.
Booty
People are
Henderson.
like, oh, the 40% shooter who's 6'8" is somehow somewhere a bad pick. And it's like, didn't we learn this last year with Keegan Murray? Where it's like, hey, if you are 6'8" and can shoot, you
People
probably
be horny for guards, man.
Which
makes
honestly
no
is so
sense.
weird. It's very weird because like then you'll also get like 3 months of discourse about why Jalen Brunson sucks because he's an Oompa Loompa. It's like, all right, well, like,
That's-
Oompa
that is insane.
Jordan,
Bruh.
Jordan Bub, shout out to Jordan Bub who just pulls out these stats and makes our lives fucking easy on this.
Loompa. Shout out to Jordan.
Deuce is just the 6th NBA player of the century with 9 plus 3 pointers.
Century?
Yeah.
That's
9 plus 3
insane.
pointers, 7 plus assists, and fewer than 2 turnovers in one game. The other 5 are Luka, Tatum, LeBron, Lillard, Curry. We got an all NBA player right now.
Wow, we have a generational player on our bench. And now he's a
go.
starter now.
He was making slave wages, mind you.
Slave wages. Slaves would have danced for years if they made these wages.
And
I have
maybe they would
not-
be free if they shot like Deuce McBride. But like,
That's crazy. Bro.
What?
I have not
Okay,
looked at this.
Stephen Curry, creator of the Good Times cartoon.
I have not seen this Halliburton line, but Nick's tape says Hallie Stinker, laughing my fucking ass off. This is the
I saw a
line.
bunch of gamblers complaining about his assists tonight, so he obviously
This is-
played like
bro,
shit.
This is his line tonight. 4 of 15 from the field,
Jesus
13 points, 3 of 11 from 3, 4 rebounds, 5 assists. 2
have we
fouls.
checked his hamstring?
Yeah, it's I'm enough with the hand. Like I know you're being sarcastic, but just these people that constantly talk about it, it's like enough with that. You can't like select. It
They're
can't
like
just
playing like the
selectively be.
tiniest violin on earth for his
Well, it just-
hamstring.
Well, one, the guy rushed back. He actually has openly talked about this. He openly said he came back when he did because he wanted to make sure that he was eligible for All NBA.
Which he
The
will
other
not get
part
'cause he
is
sucks.
he also then played and started in the All-Star game. He might have played the most minutes in that fucking All-Star game. He was definitely trying fucking harder than most people in that All-Star game. And like I don't know. I just think it's
pretty fine in the All-Star game.
yeah, and I just think it's corny to be like every time he has a bad stretch, it's like, oh, his hamstring. And then the other night when he goes off against who was it? Fucking Warriors.
The Lakers. Oh,
and
no.
then the Clippers. It's like, oh my God, he's back.
It's him.
Yeah,
He's him.
It's like it's fine. I mean, a lot of great players and good players have had prolonged bad stretches. Just say that it's fine. It's a prolonged bad stretch. Like we don't need to pretend that every time he sucks, it's because his hamstring suddenly is hurting, and then when he's great, the hamstring is no longer a problem. It's bullshit. Because again, like I've talked about this multiple times on here, but like you're trying to tell me Jalen Brunson has been at full health this entire season? Yeah, really? That's what we're doing? Like it's bullshit. All these guys, every single player who plays a major minutes load, who is the best guy on their team, is dealing with shit. So I don't want to hear about Tyree. If you're on the fucking floor, then you get judged on what you're doing on the floor. And if he's not, and if he's actually hurt, then he's been hurting his fucking team since All-Star break, and maybe then he should sit the fuck down and rest until he's at full health. Because the Pacers haven't exactly been terrible when he hasn't played. So like,
I mean, their system
he's
runs
not helping
pretty
his team.
fine. I mean, look if you look at Nemhard and McConnell's numbers when he's out, I mean, the assists are pretty much the same. Nemhard or whatever, McConnell, they produce similarly offensively to make up for his offense when he's healthy. So like, this system runs pretty fine.
And they have Pascal now. Like they have isn't this kind of like the point of going
Shout out
out?
Jarris Walker, who looked really good in that Clippers game, by the way.
But it's like, isn't this the point of like going out and getting a guy like Pascal so that like, hey, oh fuck, Halliburton's really hurt. Like, okay, we'll sit for a little bit, and we can, weather the storm until you get back. Like that's supposed to be the point. And instead,
10 straight for the Rockets now. What the fuck?
it's just I don't know. It's just it's crazy to me. Like I just am so sick of the Halliburton shit.
Insane.
And Larry, thank you for correcting me. 6 on Miami because of the tiebreak. So we're basically 6 games on Miami right
now. Let's talk about this. Jordan Bub, once again, the fact that the Knicks may win 50 games with all these injuries is incredible. And he brings up Jalen Brunson's stat line tonight. I mean, the fact that we are so accustomed to Jalen Brunson's excellence at this point that like this is just a normal stat line: 28 points on 58% from the field, 7 assists plus 27 in 28 minutes. And then Schwinn, this reminds me of your tweet today about the MVP ladder, which all MVP ladders this year by every single medium and outlet out there have been a joke this year. Like the fact that Jalen Brunson has barely been on any MVP ladder that I've seen, or like he's not on it at all, has been absolutely insane to me. The fact that the Knicks have a chance at possibly getting a top 3 or even a top 2 seed in the East with all these injuries, some nights playing 7 or 8 guys, and Jalen Brunson having these performances, and he's not an MVP candidate, or at least like a top 3 MVP candidate, is ridiculous. And it's an indictment on the coverage of the sport. And it's why Knicks fans are so adamant in like going after all these reporters and all these people on TV. And it's not just the women like Candace Parker, it's other people too. We come after
It's
everybody.
other women like Stephen A. Smith, you know?
Yes, and Kenny
Just the
Smith
women.
and Gilbert Arenas with his long flowing locks.
But like I just want to say this because like it's really pissed me off. It's pissed me off for a while. Like Luka Doncic is awesome, and all these guys that you talked about at the top of that list, right? Fucking Nikola Jokic and Giannis and whatever. All of them are fucking awesome. They're all great players, but like there's a handful of guys that could keep this team afloat offensively with some of the fucking lineups that we've been putting out there. And like, look, this is not to take away at all from what Deuce has given us or DiVincenzo or Hart, any of these guys, but like they can't run a fucking offense when Brunson is off the floor because none of these guys can create off the dribble. So like, yeah, you can make Brunson's life easier by playing certain lineups, which now we are doing. Credit to Tibbs again. But like, you can't actually make life easier for Brunson in terms of like, he has to create every night. He can't not, if he doesn't create on a given night, it is extremely hard for us to win ball games. The one game we won in the stretch where Brunson basically didn't have it offensively was that Nets game, and that's because we just put them in fucking jail in the second half, especially in that fourth quarter, defensively. But like he is playing and he's doing things that are not normal. And forget not normal. Like, I'm so sick of hearing like, oh my God, what Brunson is doing at his size, or what Brunson is doing, who cares about what is expected? Who cares about his how you can, what Brunson is doing is independently great. It is independently awesome. It is independently worthy of recognition and honestly first team all NBA level recognition, because this is not a list like this first team all NBA shit, this MVP stuff. This is not a list of in a vacuum who do you rank the best players in the NBA. Okay, that's not what this is. This is who in this 2023-2024 regular season have been the best, have been the most valuable players. And I'm sorry, like it's okay. Look, we all make fun of Jason Tatum, and it's fine. We can get all the jokes off. Jason Tatum is obviously a really great player, but like you cannot tell me that Jason Tatum has been more valuable to the fucking stacked Celtics, who have apparently found the same small village that the Heat have found to sacrifice human souls from, and have gotten all this magical health for their team this year. Like, you can't tell me he's been more valuable than Jalen Brunson. Jalen Brunson, for the last 2 months, all right, the Knicks, when OG Anunoby and Randall went out, so both basically went out at the same time, the Knicks were 29-17. Is that correct? I believe 29-17. Because they went 13 and 29-17. Okay. Now they are 44-28. So without an all NBA caliber power forward, without an all NBA defensive player who clearly changed the team and morphed them and turned them into this fucking juggernaut, the Knicks have actually like managed to not just stay afloat, but gain some ground. And that is incredible. Like that, I don't know what to say about that. That's incredible. And obviously that's not just Brunson, Hartenstein, Hart, DiVincenzo, Deuce, all these guys, like those four very specifically, and Precious, 5 guys, like they've contributed consistently to help, but they have been helped. They are helpers. Jalen Brunson is amplifying those players. Like we were talking about this today in our Discord, and do I think like when our roster is healthy, we have a deeper roster than most teams in the NBA? Yes. Do I think that our role players are pretty consistently better than most teams' role players? Almost definitely across the board. But when you lose those 2 guys and you're down Mitchell Robinson, all these great role players now have to bump their roll up, and they have to play in a higher, they have to play in a more prominent position. So they're no longer role players. And I'm sorry, you can't tell me Luka Doncic is doing more than Jalen Brunson is because the supporting cast. Give me a fucking break. Kyrie Irving he's like, say whatever you want about Kyrie Irving off the floor, whatever. This year, he's been fucking awesome on the floor. He'll probably, I think he's on pace for 65 games. Is that correct?
I think
Pretty sure he is. So he should and probably will make an all-NBA team. Like, he has another guy who, when Luka Doncic sits, their offense, is it as good? No. But it's still pretty fucking good. Still pretty solid. Stays afloat. Not like we literally sink Fred Katz had the the article this week where he posted the stats, but like the Knicks are basically they are the worst offensive
offense in the
offensive
league
basketball
once Jalen Brunson's off the
when Jalen
court.
Brunson sits. So to me, if you're talking about value and you're talking about greatness, you're talking about all NBA shit, like there is no argument that you can make for a guy like Jason Tatum or at least with him, I understand. Okay, best player on the best team in basketball, sure, fine. If you want to like value that, I get it. But like, I'm sorry, Luka to me, I'm just talking about value, valuable player. Brunson's been more valuable. DeMontis Sabonis, get the fuck out of my face. Anthony Davis, your team's in the play-in. Kevin Durant, your team's in the play-in. Devin Booker, your team's in the play-in. DeMontis Sabonis, actually, his team right now is in the play-in. Like, so I just think that as much credit and recognition as Jalen Brunson has gotten this year, I still think people are so hesitant to get over the fucking, like, bro, like all these older generation guys, like Steph and KD, and dude, their day is done, man. They're done. Like this is not their league anymore.
The future is now, old man.
Yeah,
yeah,
but it is like Jalen Brunson is a better player in 2024 than Kevin Durant. He's a better player in 2024 than Steph Curry.
Coming.
But that's what it is. Like these guys have not played at the level Brunson is. And if you're like, well, wait for the playoffs. Okay, fine. Maybe I missed the playoffs last year when Jalen Brunson was dog shit or something. But like that's a separate argument. To date, in the regular season, Jalen Brunson has outperformed all but maybe 4 guys max. I think that you could, like, the only 4 guys in the league today that I would say have had better regular seasons than Jalen Brunson would be Jokic, Giannis, SGA, and Luka. Those are the only ones that I would accept to put ahead of Jalen Brunson. And I personally, I would not put Luka ahead of him in terms of regular season value. If you want to say, yeah, but who are you going to take for the next decade? Okay, fine, I get that argument, but that's not the argument we're talking about. So, all that MVP ladder shit, it's nonsense, and it's obvious that these things are like even the one that people are posting today, that Basketball Reference one. If you look at the criteria, they say the projections are based on past voter, like basically like past polls, past MVP voting. So like that isn't really moving me to believe anything. Like again, those 4 guys, the only 4 guys in the league that I would accept as being, if you want to say they're more valuable than Jalen Brunson, I'll be like, all right, I get that. But that's it. He's a first-team All-NBA player, and I think it'll be he's probably not going to get it because he's Jalen Brunson. He's just a cool story, but he's way more than that.
Yeah, sadly, the name doesn't move needles just yet, but hopefully another strong playoff run will do the trick.
If he considers the star playoff run, then like I feel like his star raises a lot, and maybe he can actually start in the All-Star game instead of it going to legacy fucking players. But you know what? That's a conversation for another day.
Thank you. Larry pointed out Kyrie's only played 50 games, so he won't be eligible for All-NBA. But yeah.
But I mean, he's playing at an All-NBA level. Regardless.
And he's played more fucking games than Julius Randle has, unfortunately for us. And OG, fucking 2 to 3 weeks, man.
Paper mache elbow, man.
Thoughts, Tyrese?
Chris Bernard.
On paper mache elbow. The Cavs are so sorry, makes me laugh. Do they really think they have a chance to play us? No, they don't. They stink, man. I'm so tired of people keep talking about Evan Mobley and his fucking development.
My favorite thing about all of this is Cavs fans really realizing that Darius Garland is not who they said he was.
I told you he was. I said he's Tyus Jones with ball don't stop payola.
And even then, that might be a little bit generous because Tyus Jones before he got hurt was putting up some buckets. I know it's on a lowly Wizards team, but I mean, he was still putting up some buckets.
Hey, buckets count either way.
They do. And Darius Garland is out here shooting tour dates, so I'm not betting on G Leaguers.
Like he's lying about his Twitter burner.
I don't have a Twitter burner either
anymore.
Never did.
All right,
that's true. Sam was just openly retweeting some interesting stuff back in the day.
No, he's calmed down now. Now all he does is like retweet Ben 10 and shit. He's good now.
Bro, Ben 10 is fire.
I know, I agree. I started rewatching it. Yo, bro.
It's happening again.
Yeah.
Jordan Bub.
Oh my bad. Sorry, go ahead. I just wanted to read this because it's funny.
Jordan Bub. Deuce McBride is the second Knick in franchise history with at least 9 made 3-pointers and 7 assists in a single game. The other is Jalen Brunson, who had 9 trays and 9 dimes. And in the 50-point game, that was this year, man. The 50-point game was this year. That's crazy.
It doesn't feel like it, bro.
It doesn't. It feels like a whole other season.
Yeah, that was when we had Pepe Le Pew Pew and Quickly on the team still. So
I mean, it feels like we basically had like 3 separate teams this year, right?
Yeah.
We had the original squad.
team.
Then we had the best team in the league
of all time.
The 96 Bulls. And now we have the Skeleton Squad. And then we get the Avengers for the playoffs.
Hopefully. But, Mr. 2 to 3 weeks, Mr. Injury Management, Mr. I don't feel so good.
All right, now.
Who knows if he's going to play?
He'll play. He'll be back.
He'll be like, he'll play against the Thunder or whatever.
Yeah, that's what I think. I think if he's traveling with the team, like I actually think Randall, if they had dropped him the plan, I feel like Randall probably would have been back by now.
Oh yeah, he would have probably forced his way back. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, but he's like, oh, y'all third without me? That's crazy.
Yeah. He's like, oh, y'all don't need me. Y'all good.
No, I don't even think. I think it's like the medical staff. Like,
let me go play with Kaiden a little bit.
Yeah,
facts.
Kaiden / Johnny Bryant.
What?
That's who he warms up with every game.
Okay.
Tay212 says Draymond saw that Good Times promo and predetermined his actions today.
Is it that bad?
Did you see it?
No, I haven't seen it yet. Is it that bad?
Oh my, it's so bad. It's like every single, like think of the worst stereotypes for Black people, and it is every single one of them to the max.
Of course. Okay, Steph Curry doing that.
Steph Curry and Seth MacFarlane are associated with this project.
I mean, 2 unfunny white men. That makes sense.
Jordan Bub says the Giants are having a private workout with Michigan quarterback JJ McCarthy on Easter Sunday, per the New York Daily News.
Oh my god!
Thoughts, Tyrese?
Let's go. Let's go.
I hope we move up to 4, and I hope we actually draft JJ. That'd be good. I just don't want to see Daniel Jones play any more football from my franchise. Okay, like that's all I want. I don't ask for much out of this life.
I'm with you.
You just want Brian Burns to be able to have faith in his quarterback.
Yes, give Brian Burns whatever he wants. If Brian Burns wants Drew Lock starting week 1, give it to him. Dude, I don't care. Drew Lock hoops will be special to watch in the Meadowlands. I will say that much.
Drew Lock's got some aura.
Yes, he does. Drew Lock is just American Dante DiVincenzo.
American Dante DiVincenzo.
Like Drew Lock is what Dante DiVincenzo thinks he is. Like the fact that he was actually rapping Young
420.
So the Rockets get to 10 in a row, but the Knicks disintegrate before they get to 10. Basketball God's still on Hakeem nuts.
No, that's really crazy. We can never get to a double-digit game win streak.
Dude, if we were healthy, like coming out of the All-Star break, we would have cooked. I'm so mad.
Basketball guys don't fuck with us.
They really don't.
Sadly.
Whatever. It's fine. But anyway, back to JJ McCarthy thing. Yeah, I'll take JJ McCarthy on my squad. That'd be great. Honestly, give me something to look forward to with the Giants and the Mets this year, because the Rangers got us and the Knicks got us. So
the Rangers
are doing it this year. They're doing it this year. It's gonna happen.
I feel like we say that every year, and we sadly disappointed. I don't want to talk myself into disappointment again.
It feels different this year, man. I think it happens this year.
I'm still gonna tune into every single hockey game and act like I was like watching it the whole season.
Yeah, we know why you're gonna be tuning in, Sam. Don't worry. David Goodman. Media underrated Steph a lot too until he won multiple titles. I think there's a similarity with Brunson. Yeah, I mean, small guards or guards in general, they'll always kind of be like doubted until they do it, except for Chris Paul for some reason, who was like the point god and like had every excuse made for him forever. Fucking loser.
Well, now he's getting made fun of, rightfully so.
Good. Took fucking 18 years for me to finally get.
Bro, the funniest thing with Chris Paul was when Kanye tweeted he saw Chris Paul
Oh yeah.
with Kim. And I was like, bro, what?
What did Chris Paul do to you, bro? Relax. That
He
was
hates Chris Paul just like the rest of us.
That was like when Fabulous tweeted, or he fucking rapped that shit about Raymond Felton. That was crazy. Like, bro, why are you putting that out there? What did Raymond Felton do to you, bro? Jordan Bub, Amen Thompson tonight. 25 points, 15 rebounds. Holy shit. The first Rockets rookie to
Parlay
reach
respecter.
Yao Ming. Somehow, it may have found a way to make one Thompson brother great while Monty can't with the other. Monty's still trying to figure out how to use Asar in like a fucking screen and roll. Jalen Green, wow, 37 points, 9 rebounds, 7 threes.
Parlay respecter.
When he falls back down to earth, I will be cheering in the front row of his demise.
Jalen Green, he's just gonna keep getting Drea pregnant, and he's just gonna keep.
Oh my god,
bro,
He found what he needed to play well.
Him and PJ Washington need to start a support group. Yeah,
PJ Washington apparently didn't work for him that way. He still stinks at basketball.
Nah, he's like okay now. He's decent.
Not like this.
Bro, it's March. You know March is always fucking fake.
JK says we win 60 games if healthy. Yeah, I mean, that's crazy to think about.
I mean, we probably going to end up winning more than 50, and we've been like a skeleton squad out for 2 months. So, yeah.
It's over. It's going to be over 2 months starting
the 27th.
Next game. Yeah, so now, basically.
Yeah.
But, I mean, look, it's obviously nice to have Mitch back, but – and this has nothing to do with, like, Mitch or whatever, but, like, we've been able to make up for Mitch in ways that we just obviously cannot make up for not having Randall or OG. We've done as best as we can, but, like, you could see it against the Nuggets, right? That was, like, the matchup where the entire game you're watching, like, man, if we just had fucking OG and Randall, like, I think we could have won that game for sure. We definitely could have. But obviously we didn't have them, so whatever. But yeah, I mean, I think there's only 3 teams that can come out of the conference in the East, and I am like barely keeping any faith in the Bucks as one of them. So take that for whatever it's worth.
Bro, how special is my tweet, my Jinx tweet about Deuce?
What did you say?
On January 5th, I tweeted out, I'm sorry, but after the OG trade, we don't have time to handhold Deuce and wait for him to develop into a capable backup point guard. We need creation off the bench ASAP.
I'm so glad you were 1 day early.
I know. I was going to think the same thing. Then January 6th.
It would have been. It would. What are Deuce's stats since that tweet?
I don't know, but I don't think what you're saying was wrong there still. Like, we still don't create very well with not at all.
Yeah, of course.
We're stuck offensively.
But I mean, his offense production has been.
Well, I mean, what the thing is, like, Tibbs just trusting him with dude. I mean, not forget just with Brunson. It's like, dude, he's playing 3 guards, effectively playing 4 guards because Hart is, he's 6'4", but like, it's. Who could have seen that coming? And honestly, nobody saw it coming for a while because even when Deuce was shooting better, he was playing kind of limited minutes because Tibbs didn't trust him with Brunson. So this leap now that we're seeing from him is like, it's not to take away from what Deuce is doing, but it's the situation he's been put into is like perfect for what his skill set is right now. And, we have time. Like maybe this offseason he develops a more dynamic off the bounce game, and then who the fuck knows?
Yeah, I mean, because people are thinking Rokas Jokic is going to come over and take his chain. So,
is that you, Tyrese? Is that you?
Huh?
Is that you? I mean, Rokas is white, so I'm just asking you.
All right, man.
Is he your Justinian Jessup?
No. Rokas Yakubatis won't even.
Is that guy even in the? Is that guy even in the league?
No, he's in Australia.
Kyrie's still keeping tabs on him.
Hey
Real
man,
one.
Hey,
Real
Sam
one.
Merrill made it though.
I told you Sam Merrill is my defining moment. Nobody believed, but I believed in NBA champion Sam Merrill. Oh, also I made a mistake. He's in France now. He's not in Australia. He was in Australia.
Look at that. Aaron Bender. Deuce splitting the trap on the pick and roll was awesome. I don't care that the shot was ugly. Yeah, he actually got. It's like he got in there and was like so open he didn't know what shot he wanted to take, so he ended up taking this weird. I don't even know what the hell it was. Like kind of a floater, kind of a push shot, whatever. But yeah, like those are the kind of flashes you're seeing from him at least a little bit more now. So again, like Tibbs talked about this. Like Deuce had been shooting well in practice. They figured, it would translate eventually. So maybe they are seeing some of this stuff from him off the bounce in practice, and they think that it'll come in time.
Yeah. Hawkeye for 20. Yeah, that like Baji play was wild because like Clyde said he heard like a crack or something, and then you just heard this guy yelp on the floor.
Dude, it looked painful in real time.
But he like did the Tom and Jerry yell, like when when Tom like gets whacked by Jerry.
He sounded like Mario after he dies, bro. It was just,
Bruh. Kelly Olynyk is a madman for that.
Yeah, that was. By the way, he didn't get. I don't think he got fouled on that play. Like, I genuinely don't think that Kawhi play is a foul at all. I would be pissed if that, like, if that was us against the Sixers and they called that on like Hart or something, I'd been pissed because it's like, dude, it's the last play of the game.
Yeah, you can't end the game like that.
And he didn't beat Kawhi clean. It's not like he was clearly ahead of him or something. He was kind of driving into Kawhi too. So I don't know. I don't have a problem with that at all. I thought that was a good no call.
Yeah. It helps us in a way, right?
Yeah.
Does it? Yeah. Somehow, some way. Let's see. We get some more comments here.
Hip contusion.
No, it's not too bad. I mean, from the way he was yelling, it sounded like something way worse than that.
Judah Bencher says, Rokas' playstyle reminds me of Manu. I mean, look, I can see that, but also Manu's like a Hall of Famer. So if he could be like poor man's Manu, that would be great. I mean, look, we'll see. The Knicks have obviously had really good, I don't want to say luck, but like a good eye for guys they've drafted. So, maybe Rokas can come over here, show out in Summer League, latch on with the big team, and we'll see what he does when he gets a shot.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like he probably just ends up going to like Zalgiris or something. I think he wants minutes, and he's not going to get minutes at Barcelona, and he's not going to get minutes here because the rotation's already like pretty cemented. So
for now,
yeah, I mean before they make the trade and stuff like that, but
they might know. They might know. Maybe by then they'll know that they're going to make a trade. Who knows?
Maybe, but then also they'll probably just bring in Chris Paul or something.
God,
let Chris Paul ring chase. Leon Rose will do him a solid.
Please, God, no.
Hey, he's a positive plus minus. I'll take him on my basketball team.
He's also going to be out for like half the year, and you're going to be like scrambling.
Okay, and then Deuce gets those point guard reps, and then he comes back to the playoffs. It's a win-win. You can't lose.
No, we're fine. We don't.
I just want to see.
Society has moved on for the need.
I want to see Schwinn root for Chris Paul for a season. I just want to see how that would work.
You are a very disgusting individual.
This is like me wishing for like you have to root for, I don't know. I can't even think of somebody you hate so much, but like Evan Mobley or something.
What is wrong with you? Why would you wish that on me? You wouldn't. Oh, I want to watch Run and Dunk, man. Oh, Evan Mobley and his improved
You
three-point
want me to
shot.
watch like dilapidated Chris Paul who like
Okay.
can't fucking do anything?
He still gives you a calm like 9-8.
What are you, his
bro.
fucking agent? Kidding me? He
Okay,
still
look,
gives you his fucking leadership. Shut up, man.
I
Fuck
mean,
Chris Paul.
we really got to be honest about Chris Paul, man. He's still solid this year.
If we want to be honest about Chris Paul, let's be honest about Chris Paul. He's a fucking dick. Fuck him.
Okay, but
Yeah,
like,
he's a piece of shit.
yeah, but then when he joins our team, he'll be our piece of shit. Because,
He'll be our piece.
Let's see, like if you want to get a piece of shit in the team, then like, you know, dream a little bit bigger. You know what I mean? Like get Draymond here. You can use the fucking
no,
video all the time.
no. Okay, I'll use the video regardless. Draymond, you
That
put
video's so
Draymond in
good.
New York, like Draymond.
It's so good.
It's, the NFL,
He's an insane
NFL
human
on Fox,
being.
like, the NFL on Fox Music is really what makes it.
No,
It
Uh,
brings
okay,
out the psychotic energy of him.
okay,
Jake,
no, but seriously, why is Draymond like Draymond in New York feels like a bad combo? Like I feel like he'd be a cop. Him and Eric Adams will get along too well, and I don't want that.
I
Kind
feel
of
like he would
combination.
fight cops.
No, I feel like he'd had Eric Adams on the pod and he talk about police reform, and then he gets suspended the next day. Like I don't. That's not something I want to see. That scares me.
JK asks, is there a chance we get up to 2? I mean, there's a chance, but you got to
I-
remember Milwaukee has a tiebreaker over us.
Yeah, but
So they're-
Milwaukee stinks.
yeah, but we have to make up 3 games with. what,
We're a
8?
game and a half back, aren't we?
No, we're fucking 2 games back in the loss column.
Okay,
We're 2 games back, period.
Okay, so then it's 3 games right now.
3 games with 10 left. I mean, so
and we
you-
play them again.
So let's say you win that. So you're 2 now. You're 2 back. So you still have to make up 2 games in 9.
I mean, who did they play to end the season?
If only there's a way to find out. Fuck.
Okay, I'm checking. All right, all right. Let's be civilized. I
Well,
mean,
they
they
got a
played.
real murderer's row coming up. Actually, tomorrow's tough for them. They play at New Orleans.
Yeah, they played New Orleans. They played the Hawks. They played. Oh, never mind. Okay, yeah, never mind. Never mind.
It's if we can. I mean, look, let's say we assume that we're going to beat them for whatever reason we're assuming this. Let's assume we're going to beat them. If they lose to the Pelicans tomorrow, which is very possible, and then we beat the Spurs, which is also obviously very possible, that's like a game back. So I mean,
Yeah.
it's possible. I wouldn't say it's likely considering the stretch they have right after is pretty nice for them. At
Jordan
Hawks,
Poole has the chance to do the funniest thing.
at Hawks, at Wizards, Grizzlies at home. They did lose to the Grizzlies though, didn't they?
Yeah, they did.
Yeah. So they have Grizzlies at home. They have the Raptors at home, who probably still will like be finding reasons to not play anybody. Then they have the Celtics, who might just not be playing anybody at a certain point in time. At that point in time, because they don't have nothing to play for. Then they have the Magic, Thunder, Magic. I mean, that's final stretch is actually pretty brutal. If the Celtics want to try, it would be Celtics, Magic. So it's their final 5 games is they have the Knicks at home, saying the Bucks are at home. So the Bucks have the Knicks at home, they have the Celtics at home, they have the Magic at home, and then they close with at Thunder, at Magic. So that's a pretty tough final stretch. Possible.
And it wouldn't shock me. So
Yeah.
But I'm okay with 3. So
What's the halftime play? All right, let's see what folks got right now.
Same with to cook up a fucking 7K parlay right now.
All right, who's got points right now? Jokic with 6. Jokic is on big dishing time in today. So we're gonna take MPJ for 25.
oh god.
Bruh, Jokic is dishing today, and like MPJ's cashing them so far. So
I
I'm
mean,
gonna take
okay.
Bradley and Aaron for 20 apiece. I'm gonna take Katie for 30.
Yeah. You could probably get like a prop on KD blocks. You could probably do something like that.
Now on FanDuel you can only put points and threes together.
That's dumb.
Yeah. But these games be high scoring, so
Bro, Wemby is ridiculous. He has fucking 5 blocks tonight.
All right, so MPJ for 25, Bradley Beal 20, Aaron Gordon 20, Kevin Durant 30, and Devin Booker 25. That gets you to plus 1,300. No, that's wrong.
But it's a little low for your standards, bro.
Yeah, it's like way too low. No, it's plus 131.66.
I mean, that doesn't sound bad.
Put it in.
All your shit sounds wild, so like you say it out loud, and I'm like, okay.
It sounds wild, but then like at the end of the game, you like look at the box score and you see that like 2 guys missed like their line by like 1 point or something. You're like, that wasn't that crazy.
Yeah, like you're not insane. You're just like ambitious, and that's okay.
I will show everyone on my screen once this thing is done. All right, here we go. There we go. Michael Porter, Bradley Beal, Aaron Gordon, KD, Devin Booker. 5-4, 580. That's the parlay. Hope folks are tuning in. You can water it down if you'd like to. I know those lines are kind of crazy, so.
Oh man.
Jorge 420 says shout out to the transplant Knicks fan Kendrick Perkins on ESPN. Yeah, I mean Kendrick Perkins has been like the only analyst that's like actually like talked about us in a fair way, I want to say.
JJ Redick's trying to hop on the bandwagon now.
Yeah, I saw his little segment with Legler, I think, on Deuce McBride and Josh Hart.
Yeah, I'll try to ask.
He's always given us like some props though.
Do you think that it's possible for JJ Redick to somehow ruin Josh Hart's jumper more than it is?
No.
Yes.
No.
Josh Hart's gonna end up shooting like Moses Brown shoots his free throws or some shit. Have you seen Moses Brown take a free throw before?
I have never cared to watch Moses Brown ever play
Bro,
basketball.
so like,
there's this clip going around on Twitter. I just saw it. It's absolutely the worst thing I've ever saw.
Bro, he legitimately will like cock it back behind his head and then he'll like yeet it against the fucking rim. It's so hilarious.
All right, let's see.
It's so
I mean,
bad.
Josh Hart like made a 3 and it was off the dribble unassisted and a step back, but then he missed the spot up one, and I'm like, you know what? You don't make any sense.
Yo, what the fuck? Why is he shooting free throws like that, bro?
Why is he shooting free throws?
Dude, like, I've seen Sohan shoot the one-handed one, but this is crazy, bro. What the fuck?
Like the thing with Sohan is like at least
Like
the
a
one-handed one
catapult.
like goes in.
That's wild, man. Jesus.
He's like catapulting it.
At some point, somebody's gonna do the Rick Barry. Like somebody just needs to bring back the Rick Barry and have some shame.
Nobody's gonna do it.
Mitch needs to start doing it, man.
Wow. PJ Tucker. Awesome line today. Played 3 minutes, no points, no rebounds, no assists, no steals, no blocks.
Bro, like what is Ty Lue trying to do? Like, is he like trying to like
Get fired? Isn't this his last year under contract? He might just be done, man. I think he hates it over there.
bro, like why is he playing PJ Tucker? Like all PJ Tucker's minutes have been absolutely abysmal this year.
PJ Tucker is quiet quitting for some reason too. Like
He was loud
doesn't-
quitting.
Yeah, it's because he already has a contract for next year.
That guy's a sneakerhead, just cosplaying as a basketball player.
Bro, Daryl Morey just gave him a fucking lifetime achievement award contract for no reason last year.
Well, he gave it for being Harden's groupie.
True.
JK says Draymond would fit right in one of those public subway freakout videos that I retweet. The mental health crisis in this city is insane.
No, man, I don't even care, dude. Like, just nothing can beat the Draymond video of just with the NFL and Fox Music. It's like probably the greatest video of all time, especially the one where he's just screaming shit. But he's,
Bro,
yeah.
what an insane human being.
Did you see the thing today where he was like, or he had Drew Holiday on his pod, I guess, this week, and he said something like, he's talking about the trade they made where they like sent him out, obviously Drew, but he's like, and they lost Grayson Allen, who was like probably y'all second best perimeter defender last year, and Drew was like, what?
Bruh. That's nuts. Grayson Allen, your second best defender? All right.
Jordan Bud says, ref admits they got called wrong on Ubre drive, which is a shock.
Is this what they're doing now? They're just like admitting after the game, hey, our fault. Sorry.
My bad.
Honestly,
My bad, bro.
I just feel like this is not, I don't know, man. I just don't think it's a foul. Maybe that's me.
The Jonte Porter documentary, the 30 for 30, that opens up the gateway into like refs and the fucking Donaghy Part 2 scandal. It's gonna be hilarious, by the way. Like, there's no way the refs are doing this shit without like some sort of motivation for gambling. Because it's been getting atrocious.
Yeah.
Like, how the hell you go into a pool report talking about, man, my bad, dog? Like, come on.
I don't even get why they have these pool reports. Like, I get this whole idea of like transparency, but I'm like, honestly, I'd rather they just weren't transparent.
It makes fans more mad.
I don't actually think they're calling the games much better now. Much happier with the officiating, where they're just like, yeah, it's fine. You got hit in the face. It's your problem, not mine.
Yeah, like I think people like the fact that players can play, but like when it's inconsistent, that's when people get frustrated.
Yeah, it's the inconsistencies. Tyrese's guy tonight, by the way. Tyrese's client.
-6. Okay, that's the -6 is an abomination. But you know what? I see 3 assists. I see 4 assists and 3 rebounds. Okay,
You're so disgusting.
that's all he needs to do.
All right, I think this is.
You're telling me Chris Paul and Mitchell Robinson pick and roll wouldn't move you?
No, that's exactly what
For
I'm
the
telling you.
5 games that they play together.
Yeah, we're not
5 games they played.
Nope.
My man is working miracles at Trace Jackson Davis. Okay, Mitchell Robinson, fucking Chris Paul would be a double.
What video of Draymond referencing a few minutes ago? I will post it at some point, I'm sure, on my Twitter feed.
Tyrese has posted it recently.
Tyrese has posted it many times recently. Tyrese posts like 3 times a day.
No, every time the Knicks knock over somebody and they're like on the ground in pain, I post it. Because there's no free layups.
No free layups. Let's kill this
Didn't
player.
you post it today because they?
Yes.
Yes, when Ochai fell.
David Goodman, Chris Paul was abused by Cole Anthony in that game. I mean, that's not surprising. Chris Paul is just, I don't know why he's been really good both times they play the Knicks, but in general, every time I watch
him, because the Garden inspires him, bro.
The Garden inspired him when we played in Golden State.
Yeah, we bring the Garden everywhere, bro.
Oh my god,
Not to mention, like, he's played in front of Leon Rose. Like, he turns it back to 08 when he plays in front of Leon Rose.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, bro, think of the long game.
Remember when Monty Williams cried last game because his players couldn't guard Dante DiVincenzo?
Yes.
See, Darko Rajakovic took it like a man, okay?
Darko Rajakovic.
You think I've learned how to pronounce that shit?
It's not even hard.
Man,
Tyrese is just xenophobic, man.
Yeah. Xenophobic that loves Wemby, though.
Because he's black. If I'm xenophobic, I ain't racist. Okay.
Oh my gosh.
All right.
All right. Yep. I think it's time for us to end this. Shout out to everyone that tuned in. Make sure you guys leave a like and subscribe. If you're not on YouTube, make sure you guys will head over there and leave a like and subscribe. If you're on Twitter, make sure you guys are following us. We have links in the description for all Strickland related stuff. We got links to the site, merch, Patreon. Make sure you guys get into that Patreon so you can get into the Discord. Make sure you guys also check out the Twitter. Follow us on Twitter. We'll be back on Friday after the Spurs game.
And shout out to everybody that was, if you guys were tuning in on the playback with Khan and Luca, shout out to you guys for jumping in there too.
Yes, indeed. We'll be back on Friday after the Spurs game. Hopefully the Knicks take care of business in that one. Extend this winning streak, extend this winning. And we'll catch you guys all there. Enjoy your next day without some Knicks basketball. Catch you then. Peace out.